Will it connect? It's gonna drop a bunch of frames, isn't it? Guess we'll see. Alright, so far 0%. I just tried this and it dropped a bunch of frames. It's also not picking up on the stream from YouTube Studio, which stinks. Okay, let me see my channel. See if I'm actually able to stream. Hey, look, it's actually live. Hey, it's me. Oh, there we go. Okay, finally. Oh my goodness. I have been trying. Okay. Yay, you see the chat. Wow. Hey, you're on the stream. Wow. Hey, everyone. I've been trying for so long to get this streaming stuff to work. I don't know what changed about this version of OBS, but I got to do it via HLS. I'm just watching for drop frames because I tried this a second ago. Ended up with like 88% drop frames. So hoping this is better. This is going to be a non-Five Nights at Freddy's video, so just a heads up. I finished the Joggling or World Joggling Championships. What's up, Julian? It's a little bit earlier, so people like Julian can be here as well. So I'll give a summary of all that and show you some of the videos from this as well. But man, I've been trying to stream for a long time. I tried this 2 weeks ago, and it didn't work. So anyway, now I have some free time just for a little bit here. But let me load up a video. Video 800. What's a good one? This one's a pretty good one. All right, here. So we're gonna watch some joggling videos. Hope y'all are doing well. How many Ultimate Custom Nights wins do I have? I don't know. It's been a long time since I played that. It's been a long time, like a year and a half. All right, here. Okay, yes. Here we go. Here's the 800 meter in the background. Let me also turn the audio down a little bit. So
Ready,
it's...
set, go.
There. That's so loud in my ears, though. Okay. That's not like overpowering loud, is it? Oh my goodness. And oh yeah, this is a 360 video. So check this out. Like I can look around and stuff. Like there's. This is not the video that I really wanted, but this is a video we'll watch. I think I've got my my green Vaporfly shoes there. Woo! And I just lost, where'd it go? Okay, there we go. What's up, Butters? Oh man. Oh, whoops. Here. That's probably the best view right there. Like there. Need to zoom out. Zoom out. What did I do? Brackets, right? Yeah. Brackets. A beautiful day. Like, look at that. But anyway, yeah. Joggling is juggling while jogging. And so every year there's a world championships for it. And yeah, we actually had, so one of my subscribers picked up joggling and learned 4-ball this year and got a gold medal in it, which was really nice. That was really cool. We got to fill out the divisions a little more virtually. When it's back in person, we're going to have much more full divisions, but we're going to still have virtual and all that. So if y'all want to learn how to joggle and all that, I might have some joggling tutorials and stuff like that. But if not, that's totally cool. I'll still post videos and all that from it. I 3D printed these medals and painted them. So here's a gold. This year I won 11 medals. So I got 7 golds, 3 silvers, and a bronze. And here's the silver. I like the way the silver looks. Like it's like super shiny and stuff. And then the bronze here. And I'm about to finish that 800 meter. And this right here was like a 222 something, 222.34. This was from 2020. So this is basically almost a half mile, 800 meter, 2 laps. And
Now.
One sad part about the 800 meter. Oh, here you go. Juggling while playing Pump It Up or DDR is also awesome. I agree. Julian says, yeah, I always like your juggling videos. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Corn Dog asks, how difficult is it to pick up juggling by itself? It's not too bad. Let me get 3 here. Actually, I'll get 4. I'll show you both odd and even. So here's 3. Basically, to do 3, I would start with 2, and you're going to be tempted to hand off like that. Just don't do that. Technically, this is a pattern, like you can hand off, but this is called a shower, right? I get those confused. 3-ball shower, I think that's right. And then Juggle Boy's gonna kill me for not knowing that. It's like I had so many gold medals and I don't even know that. Anyway, Cascade is the one you're gonna want to learn. So you notice that each of these throws is its own unique like path, and it's the same thing every time. Like if I just, it says 1, 2, 3. It's just kind of like that. Like yeah. So what I would do is start with 2 and do 1, 2. So throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. And just don't hand off. And get used to that. Throw, throw, catch, catch. And when you get used to that, it's going to take some time probably. Just to kind of get out of the whole like, oh, hey, I got to get rid of this one quick. So you got to throw, throw, catch, catch. All right. So, and it goes, it's with a rhythm. So 1, 2, 3. All right. Throw, throw, throw. Catch, catch, catch. Throw, throw, throw. Catch, catch, catch. And so it's just adding in, it's the same throw every time. So throw, throw, catch, catch. It's this times like how many ever times you want to go. All right. It's like an infinity symbol almost, the way everything goes in that. But how do you stop them from hitting each other midair? Just a lot of practice with collisions. That's what they're called. Yeah, it just takes practice. With 4 is a little different. So ignore this if you're learning 3, but you're gonna like kind of loop to the same hand. You can do a pattern that does cross, but it's not as efficient. You're gonna kind of be like simulating a throw in there or like altering your rhythm if you're gonna cross like that. Or you can do synchronous as well. Like synchronous would be that 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, all that. And asynchronous would be like this, right? So the evens are a little bit different than they're different from the odd. So the odd is the simplest, most balanced pattern, and 3-ball, 5-ball, 7-ball. It goes up dramatically in difficulty as you go from 3 to 5 to 7. I'm still not good at 5. I have speed. I'm good with 3. I'm decent. I'm decent with 4. I need to get better at 4. Kind of what I want to do is get good enough at 4 so that I can run a really solid mile while juggling 4. I did a 4-ball 800 this year, and it was okay. I broke the IJA record for the 4-ball 400, which was one of the official events, and I also broke the record for the 4-ball 100. So, hold on. Let's go over here and load the 4-ball 100. I'll show you the 4-ball 100. 4-ball 100. Here. Are you have to watch this quickly? Here. All right, well, let's restart. Here you go. All right. Have you ever hit yourself in the face with one? Yes. But it's not that common unless I have like
One.
I don't. It's not that common. It's not that common for me to hit myself in the face with one. Let me show you another one. So I've shown you 3 and 4 and all that, and yes, soaring for real. Oh my goodness. Oh, you like the Stray video? Hey, I still have a lot to go on Stray. I gotta finish that off. And probably what I'll do is I'm probably just gonna combine all of that into one video and then delete the first 3. Just because there's just not any interest at all. And I know like YouTube has been, people have been complaining, even like major ones, about YouTube not showing people their videos or not getting notifications or whatever. But it's not what my fan base likes. And I just wanted to play something cool because the cat was cute. But if that's gonna like stop people from getting notifications even more to my channel, then it's just like, all right, well, my channel's dead. So anyway, I'll probably just post it as one video and just be like, okay, cool. If you want to see it, here you go. Let me show you the technical side of joggling here. And the thing is, like, I have some Five Nights at Freddy's videos waiting to go, but I want to be sure that all of them are done before I start posting them. And I'm talking like 50 plus videos. So people who like Five Nights at Freddy's Five Nights at Freddy's on my channel will be happy with that. But let me show you. Here's one of my best friends, Juggle Boy, and he did a 7-ball 100 meter in world record time. So he broke the IJA record for the 7-ball 100. So check this out.
7-ball 100.
Like, this is just super impressive. It's just super impressive. The record used to be, I think it was... It was like 42.3, I think, and I had him at 42 flat. The time judge at IJA gave him a 41.83, which I think is generous, because I'm looking at the frame data, and I had him at like 41.98 at fastest. I'm using a 50 frames per second camera, so you can get the time down to 0.02 accuracy if you have like a very, very good angle. You know, it's going to be within a tenth.
Okay.
That's super impressive.
Oh,
super impressive. Does Chris still do Hey, you remember Chris? Chris and I met via DDR, so you remembered. He liked my shirt. I was wearing a Jesus shirt, and he saw I think I got a AAA on So Deep on Heavy, and he was impressed. He's like, "Oh, that's super crazy." I don't know how we started hanging out. It's just one of those things. Sometimes friendships, you don't remember how you started hanging out. Like I remember how we initially met, but I don't remember how it became like, hey, we're hanging out like weekly. You know, it's just like, okay, cool. Just one of those things. Sometimes relationships click like that, but you know, those are kind of rare relationships, I think. But he hasn't played DDR in a while because it conflicts with his lifting goals. He sometimes will do a squat and juggle 3. Like he'll squat 320 and juggle. That's not his max by any means, but that's at least a safe weight where he can juggle and do that. I think he's in the 550 range for squats. I might be a little bit shortchanging him on that though, but all his lifts are elite. Like he is a strong dude. He's in a cutting phase right now, so he's not as big as he has been. But oh my goodness, like he's crazy. He's crazy, like in a good way. So, oh my goodness. My 7-ball is really ugly, but let me show you my 6-ball, because my 6-ball I did as an inaugural record. It's not gonna stand, but I did that to kind of open up the category. If this thing will load, am I still okay? No drop frames. That's good. Let's see. Bro, good. You know, bro, gonna put a foot through the pad when he plays. He's broken one of my arrows before, just playing normally. I mean, he reminds me of the Tick. He's just indestructible. So he'll like bump his head on something and then not even be phased, and the thing will be like completely demolish whatever he touches. Just like you remember the Tick, the cartoon, the Tick. One of my sister's ex-boyfriends was one of the writers for that, as well as Venture Brothers. The main writer of Venture Brothers, he goes by another pseudonym for Venture Brothers. So anyway, let's see. 6-ball. 6-ball 100. Yeah, you remember the Tick? Yeah, oh my goodness. I mean, I guess Thracker's dog was probably the most memorable to me. In terms of the Tick episodes. And which ones did he... Because it was Ben Edlund and Chris McCulloch. Chris McCulloch was my sister's ex-boyfriend when I used to live in New Jersey. And he was a super cool guy, too. Anyway, here we go.
All right, 6-ball 100.
So this is basically me flashing 6. Flashing means like one round of it. And then just like catching, because I can't keep it going right now.
Sheesh.
And each one of my videos that I submit has like me talking
I gotta feel
before.
it snaps every time I stretch it. All right, here we go.
All right, so this is not going to be as clean as Chris's. Here we go. But this is 6.
1, 2, 3.
And I wore the chest mount with a 360 camera.
Okay.
I'm kind of proud of myself for doing asynchronous on this too, because synchronous is a lot easier on 6 IMO.
Oh.
Okay, so if you drop, you got to go back to the spot of the drop. All right, then you keep going. I kept with it. So this is 6. When did I start juggling as a teen or child?
Right.
Probably when it was about 22, 23. Like, I guess I juggled 3 Milky Ways once when I was probably a teenager, and that's the thing that I told Chris when he was like, "Hey, you want to hang out and come juggle?" And I guess that was probably the like I guess we met up at Adventure Landing a few times. That's probably how we initially like started like hanging out more. But yeah, he asked if I wanted to come juggle at his house, and I was like, okay, I guess. And it's like I've juggled 3 Milky Ways before, and that was like it. That was my claim to fame with juggling. So, and I picked up like he taught me how to do 4 and 5, and I got a flash of 5 that night, and like that's not that impressive, you know?
Oh.
Just one round of it, but let's see how I finish here.
Now.
Hey, that's pretty good.
2.
And it was like 128 something, right?
All right, so 6 ball 100.
So basically, Chris did 7 ball. He added an extra ball and went twice as fast as I did on that one. So on the technical side, yeah, Chris has me completely smoked right now. That's probably going to remain that way on 7 ball. I don't foresee 7 ball being my strength. How old am I? Stir fry. Oh my goodness. A key here. Here, I'll give you a hint. Next year in the World Joggling Championships, I will be in the Men's Masters division. So you can look up the Men's Masters division of Joggling. I know Wikipedia has some stuff. Wikipedia doesn't have the second half of the results posted yet. I don't know why there's a delay with IJA. They haven't posted the July newsletter yet. So when that comes out, that should have all the results finalized and all of that. Yeah. Anyway, I've covered this some before, but 3D printing the medals. Why do we 3D print the medals? Well, we got to ship these internationally. So this right here, this is 3 times the area of our old medals. Like this is the size of the medal if you compare it to my forehead. So it's pretty darn big. My forehead is more like an 8 head, and yeah. So it's a bigger medal. You can control, like, it's cool because it's like see-through and all that, so it's unique. We can control what goes on the medal, like if we ever want to personalize these or something like that, which would be a nightmare since it's a 3D model. But if we wanted to do something different or whatever, we could change the model a little bit, and we don't have to buy 5,000 medals in advance to get the same price. It's a lot cheaper because we were paying like $5.50 a medal. It's $5 to $5.50 a medal for the old like tiny ones that were actually metal. But these ones, and it'll be cheaper when I get a resin sale. I bought 45 kilograms of resin, so that will be cheaper as well. But we can get this about $2 or slightly less with everything included, including a nice satin ribbon, like a double-faced satin neckband, which is really cool. So I put all of these together, so that was my job on that part, and it was a lot of work. So that's part of why I just was focused on that. And I don't know, around the time of the end of Joggling, it's a bad time for me to post videos just because I'm so busy with this. But what I'll probably do is make a few hundred of these, be done with it for like 10 years, and then just be done with that. So, oh my goodness. Thanks, smile for me. Let's see. At least you have a clear goal to work toward. With a 7 ball, my goals are mostly 3 and 4, but like 3 ball is just speed. 4 ball is technical plus speed, and if I can get the 4 ball, because I'm going at about, let's say 6:10 pace, if I continue my half mile 4 ball, I should say really the quarter mile 4 ball. So let's say if I get my 1 mile to slightly under 6 with 4, right? I should be able to run sub 7 cleanly for 6.2, which would be, 6.2, 1, let's see, 1, 4, right? 136, right? So like, let's say 622, 6.22 miles, so 10K. What is the world record? Mikko Capril has that one. Mikko Capril's a beast. Let me load the 10K 4 ball. He did this in the Maldives. Hopefully I pronounced that right. If it's in Maldives, I'm dumb. All right, here's an article. Yeah, look at that. The guy's a beast. He ran a 2 hour 50-minute 12-second marathon while juggling 3, and that's stood since he did that. There was another marathon runner, Zach Warren, who was really close. There are a few other competitors now who are really pushing the world records on this. I took a few this year, but they were kind of lesser, like more niche ones, I guess. I have the 3-ball 600 meter, for example. We had the 600 meter in 2019, and I've just broken it. This year I couldn't run it. I was struggling with some plantar fasciitis. I got to say it right, but oh my goodness, it sucks. It sucks. So once I get over that, and it's mostly gone, and hopefully it doesn't resurge, yeah, then I'll be back to doing a lot more speed stuff, like to the caliber that I know I can do that. But he ran, okay, it was 55 minutes, 48 seconds. So, let's see. 55 minutes, 48 seconds. There he is at the finish line. Dude's a beast. I think he's like around the 50-year-old mark as well, which is even more nuts. Like he's super fast. So anyway, I those are like goals for me. I want to be in that type of shape when I'm his age. But 55-48, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, so 55-48, okay, so 3,348 seconds divided by 6.22. We'll just do 6.22. All right, so, wow, that's almost, really? That's not right. That is right. Wow. Oh, he's right at, okay, 858 per mile. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I need to get more consistent at 4. Like, I can't do that right now, I'm sure, because you also need the shoulder stamina to do it. So it's not just the speed element. It's also, you're going to have to work up enough speed to sustain that for just about an hour. But my goal for that would probably be, let's go 7s. If I could do 7s, that would put me in at like a 43:38-ish, something like that. Let's say 43. Let's just say 43 minutes. Like if I could get a 43-minute 10K while juggling 4, that would be a really nice goal to go for. But I need to get my 4-ball technique down. So, but that would be kind of cray-cray. What am I planning to upload? Oh, you planning to making any basketball videos? Oh my goodness, it's been a long time since I've even played basketball, but I'd love to play it again. I just I guess since COVID, like I haven't played anything with like public games or anything like that. Let's see. How hard would it be to make the gold shiny? Fairly tough. Like if you'll see that it has like a glossy finish. Let's see. You would need a different type of paint. Like you see right there, like it's shiny. It has a glossy finish on it. I'd probably need to go with a more expensive paint if I wanted to go for like super duper shiny, like reflective, basically. That is something that we've considered, but I'm trying to get the cost down as low as possible because that's just me. But anyway. Are you really playing while I'm at the store? Yes. A glow-in-the-dark version would be sick. Yeah, that would actually be cool too. There's a lot you can do. One thing I thought about was having a color shift on it. So this would be like a green to gold. This would be a like bluish to silver, and the bronze would be like, I don't know, orange to that would be the coolest one though. Like the orange to bronze would be the coolest one of the bunch. So anyway, okay, yeah. Actually, I was born in a year significant to FNAF lore. You are correct. You are correct, but it's not 1987. Shout out to FNAF 4 for the year you're talking about. I am an old geezer, but I can still do cray-cray stuff. Let's see, 3-ball. 3-ball, 400. So I can do stuff like this. Oh yeah, this one's a good one. Here. Yeah. 3-ball, 400 meter and 62. That's pretty nice. I need to get that under 60. So like, I'm looking at my goals. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I need to train to, and I know also what my limitations are right now. Like, I can get under 60. I don't know how far under 60. Probably not a whole lot under 60 because I'm not quite that type of runner. But I would like to go 59 something at some point, and it would be hilarious to do if I were in Masters and did that. So we'll see. If I could train for that, that would be cool. But I need to figure out my 4-ball goals and all that. If I'm going to do a 4-ball 10K, I'm going to need to up my volume tremendously, and that also requires my plantar fascia to be, like, healthy. So I've cut the volume way, way down. Anyway. Yeah. Surf is going to be in a retirement home one day speedrunning, whittling, and knitting. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to be like Crochet King. Oh, my goodness. King of Crochet FNAF. Or even without the FNAF. All right. What else? What else? The sky looks nice there. Yeah. It's a beautiful track. I haven't had any problems since 2 years ago. I had permission to run on that track, and the gate was always open, and school was like not there because it was all virtual. So I don't know, but there was just I guess it was probably just an isolated incident, but a police officer kicked me and some other random guy off, and like there was a dad and his like little toddler kid, and he had like a little wiffle ball set up or whatever, and the police officer was like rude to him, like, "What are you doing on this property?" I was just like, "Is this little kid? Like what? Come on." Like I don't know. So and the other guy who was on the track said something really, really smart to him, and I was just like, well, the thing is, I talked with the officer and I said, you know, I need somewhere to run on a measured track, and he said, well, you can run on the trails, right? And I'm like, no, because like the trail surface isn't right, or like it has hills and all that. But I'm trying to compete in world championships here, and he's like, well, you're gonna have to do it wherever like the public track is, and I think the only one around is over at Mills, and Mills is like about 20 minutes from me. But so I was like, I'll check it out, I guess. But I mean, the thing is, like, everyone is corralling us to this one public track. Everything else is like forbidden, even with gates open and permission and all that. And like I told him too, and he said, well, it doesn't matter. You just need to be off the track. I'm like, well, you know, I'm not going to argue with you. It's like, it's just I had permission to run here and all that. So anyway, try to be polite and all that. But anyway, I went over to Mills, and the place was absolutely jam-packed. And this was during the height of the pandemic, and I was just like, no. And the thing was, the basketball courts, too. Like, I don't know how many... It was like, they were playing like 15 on 15 or some ridiculous junk. And it probably wasn't quite 15, but it wasn't far off. Like, it was just like a swarm of bees. I don't know who had the ball, but I'm sure, like, probably everyone had 20 blocks, because anytime you'd shoot the ball, it just gets, you know, swatted. So, but I wasn't going to deal with that. Like, I'm just like, no, I'm trying to avoid contact, like close contact with people that I don't know. Like, it's outdoors, so I guess that's a plus. But at that time, it was just like, oh, I don't know. Oh my goodness, Your Honor, I was simply trying to juggle. Oh my goodness, yes. So anyway, that was that was my experience with that. But there hasn't been an incident there hasn't been an incident since then. But I have thought about moving to some place that has a better track, because all we have around here is asphalt. Unless you like know someone, like if you're trying to qualify for Olympic trials or something, I'm sure you'd probably know some kind of coach. I just don't know the coaches who have access to those tracks or anything like that. So I just don't have that advantage. And it kind of stinks too, because I know I would run faster with spikes and on a rubberized track. And my times would come down a little bit. It wouldn't be too substantial, but it would be a little bit. And it probably would be the difference between, let's say, a silver and a gold in some cases. But this year I did great. I swept the 3-ball standard events. There was a 3-ball backwards. You want to see the 3-ball backwards? But anyway, like I've thought about moving just to have access to a really nice track where it's like legal to do, like just cool. Like I'm not during school hours, of course. That's fine. Like I can work around everything else. Just I want something quiet and, or at least, you know, open, where someone's not gonna harass me for being there. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be low profile, even though I'm juggling. You know, it's kind of a weird mix there. I don't know. It's flashy, but I don't want it to be. That's kind of the way it is. Like, I want it to be fun to watch, but I don't want to, I don't know. I don't want to get that attention. It's like Andre 3000, right? I keep coming back to that quote. Like, I hated all the attention, so I ran from it. Oh, man. I got to figure myself out. All right, let's see. 3-ball backwards. So this is not, like, amazing, but here. 3-ball backwards. And I'm on the wrong screen. Here you go. Oh man, we're doing backwards though. The thing is, like, toward the end of this, you feel like your legs are jello and you're just worried that you're gonna fall. So I had a few runs where I dropped in like 95 meters in. And then we're just like, well, I gotta do it again, so.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I see the comments there too, like classic cop and all that, and he's being a hater with all that. You know, I've had more negative experiences with cops than good. Like, I know there are good cops, and this is one of those things. But I know that there are cops who just don't have a good demeanor, aren't kind, really should be demoted for that type of stuff. I mean, they're there supposedly to serve and protect, and in good circumstances, like, you're going to want to call 911 in emergencies, right? But sometimes, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I remember being like, I was a little kid, and we were crossing the street at a state fair. I was like probably 9 years old, if that, and I was just like kicking a rock by myself, and this like officer just shouted like red in the face at me, saying like, stop doing that, and I was just like, okay, like, okay, like, what's your problem? So anyway, that and everything going on in the world and all that, yeah, we could have better standards for all of that, because people, you know, you got to have a servant's heart for certain things and certain roles, but you know, if you are dealing with anger issues and just have issues and want to lord it over people or get back at people because, you know, you had, I don't know. If they can add therapy to it, I don't know. And it's a high stress job in a lot of cases too. So like, I respect the job. I wish that all the bad stuff were weeded out. And I can say that about a lot of professions too. I mean, ministry is, you know, a very, very key one there too. Anyway, you got to be as good at what you are doing as you can be. And I don't know, just try to be the change, I guess. All right, let's see. So, let's see. Okay, you're in some kind of lobby. All right, let me play Dance of Fire and Ice here. So, I do have to go at some point here, but I did well this year in joggling, but I did have plantar fasciitis, and so my volume was way down. My times were a little bit slower than I wanted them to be by any means, but like, I wanted to go for a 5:15 mile. I wanted to go for a 2:17 800 meter. The sad part about the 800 meter, which was what I was going to get at, last year I was on pace for about a 2:17 2:18 800 meter, and while juggling 3, and in the last like 60 meters, I dropped once, and I was like, oh no. So I went back, picked him up, and then I started again, dropped it again. And I came through at something like a 223, I think, but man, like that's a missed opportunity. I got to get back down to that time. I know I'm capable of it. I was about to do it. It's just you change up your pace a little bit. You start going faster because you're like, oh, okay, here's the final sprint. Easier to do when you don't have to juggle 3. Your arms are really, really tight after juggling like that. There's lactic acid buildup from all the sprinting and all that too. So, yes. We're going to get a Joggling best of montage this year. Very, very likely. We usually do have that. Yeah, the 515 is pretty good. That's definitely within the realm of possibility. I got down to, I think it was a 524 last year for a full mile, which would have been like a 522 1600. I think that's right. Maybe it was 525. I think it was 525, right? Yeah. So yeah, take off about 2 seconds, you get the 1600 time. But I mean, I can pull time off with that. I was just never really much of a mile runner. I was always an 800, but that's within the realm of what I can expand to. And if I'm going to get older and be more like slow twitch, then yeah, I should probably invest more in training for the mile. If I could get that under 5 while juggling, I'd be very happy. That would not be a world record by any means, but that would be very impressive, especially for my age. So if you age grade it, that would probably be the best age grade ever done. But yeah, I got to get down there. So this year was bad. This year was bad for the mile, but I somehow pulled out a gold, just barely. That was cool. But I was not happy with the time. Same with the 800. Oh, the 800 meter. One last story from Joggling. And I'll discuss the records that were broken as well. Okay, here. So look at this.
Like a little bit.
The night before, I was trying to film Juggle Boy, and I adjusted the exposure. And like it was late at night when I was filming Juggle Boy, so I was trying to get like enough light in. And this is the footage that came out from the entire run. Like, this is the run. So I did this the last day of the competition, and it was thunderstorming on me. And so you can see like maybe some rain droplets on there, or whatever. But it was thunderstorming on me. The exposure was all wrong, and it was just useless footage. So I couldn't submit this. So I had about an hour and a half when I got home, and I looked at the footage. I'm just like, I can't believe it. Just like, I can't believe it. I can't even use this. And the 800 meter was the only distance, despite me being like that being my best event in high school. And really, I could have been better at the 400 if my coach let me. But anyway, the 800 meter, I never won a gold. I always won silver. And I wasn't allowed to run the 800 my first year because there was one guy who wanted to run a world record attempt on it. And no one else was allowed to run that. So I always got silvers in the 800, but this is my last chance in Men's Open. So I went out, and the deadline was 8 p.m. for submission. I ran that thing at 7:30 p.m. And my legs were fried because I just run one maybe an hour 45 earlier, whatever. Also, I had some bad food. I don't know whether it was because I just like exerted myself with an 800 or whatever, but I needed to go to the bathroom bad, like liquid style. And the ranger had come to the park in between and locked the door to the bathroom. So after the first lap, like I ran a good first lap, and I ran even splits basically the entire time. And actually it was like it was basically even splits. I think the first one was like a second faster, or maybe no, it was even 1 second faster right at the end. But the last lap, I felt like I had to use the bathroom really bad. So it was like the worst. But I did pull off a gold medal in the 800 meter, and I can't believe it worked. And that was probably a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. I got lucky because there's one guy who would have blown my time out of the water, but did not submit anything this block. So I guess thanks to Henry, Henry Wellenstein, like he's crazy. He's crazy. If he submits something, that he's going to break a world record for sure. So he did I was 1 second off, I think, or maybe a second and a half off of his 800 time in 2020. So that's how close I was then. But he's a phenomenal collegiate runner. So anyway, all right. At least you had speed for your sprint to the bathroom. Yeah, it was the worst. I had to encode it and everything before the deadline and send it in, and I got it done. But man, it was crazy. That was a wild last few minutes of the World Joggling Championships for me. How much would that medal sell for? What, this one? $100,000. That's my assigned value price to me on this one, just from that experience. $100,000. Hey, call up Markiplier. Be like, hey, you want to buy Sturf's medal for $100K? Oh my goodness. He'll be like, what? Anyway, crazy. All right, so okay, let me play A Dance of Fire and Ice. I'll play some of the hidden worlds and all that, but this was a fun year. How much it cost me to make? About $2. So, oh my goodness. If you had that kind of money, you'd buy it. Well, thank you. Oh man. Oh, hold on. This is something to watch out for as well. Right here. The history of FNAF on FNAF's channel. Oh, look, I'm part of it. Yeah, I had 3 main interview prompts, I guess, right? If you watched my video on the 7 years of involvement in Five Nights at Freddy's or thereabouts, 7 years of FNAF video from last year, a lot of it is overlap on that from what I covered, but this will be an interesting video. I'm actually interested to see how John's gonna view it. I know he's gonna, like, he's very Markiplier heavy, and I mean, you should be with the history of Five Nights at Freddy's and how it came about. I mean, I would have thrown in Yummy Mash as part of that, and I think what Cinnamon Toast Ken, and I guess PewDiePie for a little bit played, but PewDiePie didn't like it. Then he played Tough Guy for a while, and I don't even know, but there are a lot of people involved in the history that I'm sure, like, my view on it would involve people that you probably haven't heard of very much, but were top-end players. John's probably going to cover stuff that involve how it blew up, how it became popular. I'm really interested to see his take on this. So anyway, yeah, that should be super cool. But that'll come out tomorrow. Tomorrow's the anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's. Surf, can you read a comment above? Let's see. Are you going to play some indie FNAF games when you get spare time? Maybe. I do have, I guess, giving a little bit of a spoiler, I do have this now. And I do have a PS5 in the background. And I got that purple faceplate. Oh, wow. So I have a purple PS5. I haven't even opened the box yet, though. So that's another spoiler that I haven't even tackled any of the PlayStation or the console content. I do want to cover the console content mostly because I always have complaints on my PC videos saying that it's impossible on console. And if there's some other difference that I can tackle with strategy and be like, okay, here's how you beat it on, say, PS4, PS5, then yeah, that's going to help a lot. It'll probably cut down on the negative comments too. I don't get a lot of negative comments, but any ones that I'm like, okay, well, look, let me give it a shot, that type of thing. But mobile, I have most of everything done on mobile, but I need to get back to it because I left it about like 90% complete. So I need to go back to that. I always get distracted. 8K Stray gameplay coming up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you can get like 100 views on it. Okay, yeah, so tomorrow, anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's, 8th anniversary of the release of the first game, but John's video should be pretty interesting. He's probably not going to know the history of the top-end gameplay, which is more of what I would be focused on, and that would be more of my expertise. But like who beat this first, who had world record for this percentage, when, and that type of thing. But Anyway, I gotta get back to some of that too. I gotta improve some of my percentages now that, I mean, like majorly skilled players. I mean, like look at Shooter 25, True Player, Ambience. Like all these really good players are out there now. So they have very good runs. Braden. I mean, who else? Spondos. Like I'm just trying to like name drop a few of the really good players out there right now, but I need to improve my percentages on some of this too. So okay, here we go. I'm gonna play a Dance of Fire and Ice again. Like I'll get back to Five Nights at Freddy's content at some point pretty soon here. I've done a good job with getting through another set of like reorg and all that at work. So one of the videos that I'm going to make soon also, well, there will be one that's like really whimsical and one that's like really an odd category, but I think you'll get it when I make it, when I post it. It'll be useful. It'll be useful. I'll say that much. All right. Cool. A Dance of Fire and Ice. Here. All right, get rid of the display capture. And go to game capture. This should load in. And I need to move this over here. Yay! Yay! Oh no, I'm too small. Here. Yeah, there. And then move that down. Okay, good. Alright, so I got keyboard cam. Yep, okay. And is the exposure right? Configure video. It is not. I gotta set the exposure manually every time, not randomly. Okay. Cool. Alright, rhythm game. Let me turn this volume up. Okay, I gotta turn my volume up so I can actually hear it. Alright, cool. Well, hand cam so you can actually see that I'm playing it, you know. Let's start with an easy one. Alright, so these are some of the hidden worlds, or like you have to beat the game or the speed trials to get these, I think, something like that. But alright, here.
When the northern star finally falls from the vacancy of high.
Yeah! I'm like kind of floating, aren't I? Let's see. Was there someone who did 80%? Yeah, that's Shooter. Yeah. Oh my goodness, the odds of that are insane. To get a run like that, it's absolutely insane odds. That's one thing with all this stuff. Like, it's going to take me so many hours to get a run like that. Like, even just have one exist like that. So, He gets to say, like, execute perfectly during that. Like, he had, like, a frame perfect flip on, like, the most critical part of the, like, ultra random. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's see. Death coin puppet. Yeah, I gotta up my death coin funtime foxy percentage too. Maybe my no death coin. I don't even know. Complete rush E. Oh, if it's like a main. Did you buy a lottery ticket after? You may as well have. Rush E. I'm probably gonna get like completely crushed. I'm still basically like playing the standard levels here. I did complete the 1.1 speed on this one, so I can play this guy. All right. All right. Here's a hidden world. All right. Triangle run. All right. Oh, all right. I get it. That's not really very smooth, but okay. Triplet shimmy. Oh, I didn't read that right. Da-da-da-da-da. Alright, good enough. Countdown squares, alright. Alright, I guess here it is. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be ugly. I apologize in advance. This is gonna be ugly. Alright. Alright, here we go. Let me turn the volume up. Oh, I like the emoji there. He was disappointed. Alright, here we go. Hey! Okay. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Alright. I wasn't expecting it that fast. Alright, cool. Oh my goodness. Alright. Alright. What else? So I guess there was this. Like, okay, so options. I played options, and I'm not talking about like stocks. Not talking about stock options. I'm talking about options. And I play it on strict timing, which is why I have the keyboard like that, you know. How hard is Rush E? I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be like way harder than that, right? So my guess is I won't be able to, like, you know, get that anytime. Anyway, and if it deals with like multiple keys, like I've seen people play with like playing multiple keys or whatever. I don't have that tech down, so I have to get good at that. Here, I'm gonna play options on strict. Here you go. Best run is 2 on strict. Love this song though. Oh, come on. I just forgot the entire pattern. Doggone it. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, here we go. I already picked up 2. That probably sounded really bad. That was horrible. I picked up like 15. Come on. That was a really bad run. That was a really bad run. That was a really bad run. All right, well that's playing with 2 hands looks so ow. Oh man. I mean that one like you gotta know the song basically on that one. The tutorial brings you through some that kind of highlight what's about to happen, but anyway. Hey, doing all right, Y main. Rhythm player. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got to go back to display cam here. Hold on a second. Oh, you got to see this video. You got to see this video. You didn't know I was a rhythm game player. All right, hold up. Here. All right. Oh, that's so loud. That is so loud. Hold on a second. Let me turn this down. Here. All right, so spoiler alert. Here.
Wow, I can't believe I got it. Burning heat while juggling. Can I call you wow, master? Wow.
Dude, that was that's in gaming, that's one of my best accomplishments ever. I finished all the non-10s plus Bag and Sakura while juggling. Triple A'd, I should say. Like triple A'd, all perfects on DDR Extreme. If I did it on Ace, it would not be nearly as impressive. So, how did I mod the 4-panel dance pad to do 6-panel? You know Nick Denty? Yeah, he and I had an idea for some. Well, actually, no. This was my idea. Okay, so you can tell Nick's ideas are a lot better than mine when it comes to electrical stuff. But what I did was I soldered an extra set of like length wire on the connector terminals, and then I looped them around so that the sensors are under those the up left right arrows. I don't have the right arrows for that. I just use the left and right arrows because I have those extra, and they connect to the left sensor. You can also wire up another circuit. I don't know if we actually ever finished doing that. I think we might have. Maybe we did on Nick's. I don't know, but yeah, me and Dancy with the crazy DDR Frankenstein experiments on that. But yeah, yes, yeah, I can play 6-panel on that. I've played the 6-panel mixes. Hold on, where's the display capture here? Paranoid Evolution. 6-panel. Yeah, like here. So here's it in action. Also, you have to be super careful not to hit the right or left arrows with this setup. I think we actually did wire up another circuit on that. Because yeah, if you barely even touch that right arrow or whatever, it's definitely triggering. So you got to play on your tiptoes on the up right, up left. And spoiler alert.
Got it. Wow.
Wow, he did it! 100% perfect! Oh, wow! Oh, man, this is crazy! I can't believe it! Alright, so... yeah, I played some rhythm games. #1 on Recall for years. Alright. DD Recall, oh my goodness. Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. Oh, you want a Mario Mix video? You want a Mario Mix video? I heard about Mario Mix. Oh my goodness, this is from 2006. Oh. Alright, spoiler alert. Yes, I am wearing socks. I always like playing on the like, not necessarily the Mario Mix pad, but like this one. You see, I had it taped down on the corners. That was sufficient though. Like you could play the hardest stuff with that, but also you want to give like a light touch on that pad, so you can't play really heavy. The hard foam insert pads or whatever, like the foam ones with the actual like outlined arrows underneath or whatever, those actually worked pretty decently for what I needed them to do. So yeah, those were pretty good. You probably want to just go arcade cab or like Step Maniacs pad or Cobalt Flux or whatever. I did get a Cobalt, a 1-2 from 2 tournaments, so one from each one, and then I had those. So that was cool. And then we went the next year, and oh my goodness, that's a different story. I'll leave that one alone. Do we have the Giudeca Oni, the Giudeca? Giudeca. Oh my goodness. Is my real name really David Jerry Sturf? Yep, that's it. That's it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I still have that one. Hold on, let me find it. Let's see. SPV Labs just made a comment on that one, so I'm pretty sure it's still there. Hold on. Yeah, it's still public. Here. Hey, DJ Sturf here, and I'm just going through the home version, going through the exclusives. Here we go, Deca. This is from Ultramix 3. You see a 3, 6, and a 9 for difficulties. It has a heavy, but it also has an Oni. So I'm going to play the Oni steps, which are... And on OmniMix, there was a mix that came out with OmniMix. They rated this a 15 on the new scale for the Oni, or the challenge chart now. I would still, like... Man, it's... I guess it would be a harder 15. Well, maybe, I don't know. It was harder to do on softpad. Like I always think of it as a 16 just because it was so hard to get. And this was at least, let's see. It was at least 4 hours of attempts. All right, here. Easily a 10, but kind of a mid-range 10. G-Deck is so hard. Oh, you get to see Fred Octane. Ultramix actually have this mix. Oh yeah. But one of the few I have, I usually just mooch off my friend Chris if I want to play a home version. But yeah. LOL. That's when you have duct tape. I know this is an eBay pad. It cost me $3 plus $12 shipping. Thanks, eBay. Yeah, it's really cheap. But it works well enough. It's the hard foam. Yeah, that one. Yeah, those are clutch. Red Octane. I call it Fred Octane. But this is my Xbox. That's stopping that side, and Ken's Xbox. Ken, I will not step on your Xbox. I can guarantee that. Might have a few bumps from the pad, but that's cool. Yeah. Okay, Max 300 free. Okay, you were really good at doing no bar back in the day. I'm still really good at doing no bar. I mean, look at my juggling videos. I can do it while juggling now.
That's about it.
But you're correct.
I'll get a better angle. There's some duct tape. I'm gonna play some Deca on it.
Yeah, they would be $60 nowadays, right? That's the actual. Okay, there we go. I love the chart. The chart is so good. And actually, my favorite part of it is that going into the da jump. That one is sick. Jump. Yeah, that part is that's the part right there. That's the part right there. See, the thing is, like, I think of 15s as like Black Jackal, where I'm getting like 5 on the first try and like 5 perfects on the first try, and like City Never Sleeps and all that. Like that, those are like so much easier to me than that. But maybe, like, I don't know. I've never tried to score it on DDR Ace, right? It's one of those. Like, I don't know. I would see it as either a hard 15. It's probably stuck in the 15 range. Like I'm giving it too much credit for a 16. It's not a 16, I don't think. But it was 16 to get like that. I don't know. Anyway, Yeah. ADOFAI and DDR pad win. I mean, I think it would actually probably be easier to time for me because there's like a break even point for where things become harder on keyboard versus on pad or whatever. So like if it's like all spammy and all that, yeah, I'd do better with my hand. But I don't know. Up to like this point, like on options, I think I could probably time it and get a strict all pure perfect or whatever if I had that on the pad. It wouldn't be that hard to set up, really. I mean, you just any input, any input. Yeah, in the past. Oh yeah, I saw that this week. Yeah. Surf would destroy anybody on Just Dance. I don't know because that's like coordinated and like, oh man, it's tough because. Okay, so to me, maybe there's a little bit of a cringe element on some of that. Just personally, like if you're all about Just Dance, cool and all that, but with the modern music and replicating moves from music videos and all that, it's just like it's never been my thing. Like at least with DDR, you're just hitting arrows and you don't try to do stylized dance. Maybe that's the thing. Like I'm not artistic with my dance. I'm really pure on the timing, but I'm not there for like a performance or whatever. So, oh my goodness, Baller Beats though. Yeah, NBA Baller Beats. Yeah, let me load up a Baller Beats video. This is like Sturf video review. NBA Baller Beats. Oh man. NBA Baller Beats. All right, hold on. What's a good one? I'm gonna be this is gonna be tagged for all sorts of music copyright or whatever. I'll just have to silence those parts or something so you get to see it now, but you won't see it during the actual replay or something. That's a good one. Oh, Don't Sweat the Technique is probably my favorite from that whole thing, but it's not the hardest. It's tough, but it's not the hardest one. Get Your Freak On is probably the hardest one. But that one is definitely... Bangarang was annoying to combo. It would always... The behind the back dribble, it would have trouble. The Kinect has trouble picking that up sometimes, especially if you're doing it really fast into another move. It'll kind of ignore that you just did it. So you have to like really exaggerate that as well as do it a little bit early. So let me load up Missy here. Here. Loading. No, what the heck? Oh, right, it's UR. It's UR. Get your UR freak on. If it loads. Why is it taking so long to load? Good grief. All right, here. So this is before I did a lot of early dribbles to get within that combo window. And this did go out to Paranoia Boy, so here you go.
Just got robbed on this song. See if I can get it 100% clear with all timing and everything and no misfires.
Yeah, this is the fire right here. Y'all can't stop me now. Let's see. Let's go to the combo part. Combo. Here we go. Yeah, this is the hardest part right here. Spit it out in your face. All right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a fun game, man. That was a fun game. Really liked it. Hey, you teach you how to Dougie? Unfortunately, no. Oh man. Oh, true. Yeah, some of those mashups, right? All this training so you can 1v1 flight reacts. Oh my goodness. I'd do it, but I'd be my shot would be nothing right now. I mean, you got to go back and refine those skills and all that. But anyway, I would pick it up. Give me a month if I actually did something like that. I'd be right back up. Stir should do a TikTok dance. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That's kind of that's where my content stops, I think. All right, let's see here. All right, that was a terrible run on options. Let me run that again. Here we go. We're gonna run it back on strict. All right. Yeah, here we go. Better run. A lot better. Is that 4? A lot better. 6.
We also need the meaning of that information.
Another good Frums chart. Yeah. Well, the thing is, soaring, I'll record before, like every time I have to set it up, it seems like anytime I open up OBS, it's just a little bit different, and like how the audio plays in, and I got to make sure that it sounds good to my ear before I stream it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna regret it. It's gonna sound like garbage. So it should sound pretty good if I'm still on sync. This one was that was a good run. That was a good run. I've gotten that to 2 on strict before. I need to get that to 0 on strict, but it's just my precision on keyboard is not nearly as good as it is on a DDR pad. Especially at like this level right here. Like I would be better on a DDR pad with this one. But all right, cool. And this one right here, I don't have a particularly awesome score in this, I don't think. It's one of those, like, this is going to be a popular song, but it's one of those that I'm not really, like, I'm not as impressed with, I guess. Like, I don't think the song is as good as people think it is, or I think people think it is. So it's kind of one of those, you know. This is like the, oh, wow, you unlocked this one, and then you get it, and I'm just kind of like, it was all right. What do you mean it's all right? All right. All right. Here we go. I saw the snail and I just stopped. Oh no, I gotta start the whole thing? Oh, okay, never mind. All right, whatever. Oh boy, let's start that one over again. Oh boy. I gotta go one more note and then I can stop on that. Okay, here we go. That was funny. All right, here we go. I'll talk about one of my gripes with the timing window on this after this run. All right, no, I'll do it now. So when it speeds up, the timing window does not adjust. I should say, no. The faster it goes, it adjusts to what percentage of the beat you are close to. But at the same time, I've had several runs where I was in the green section the whole time, but I'd have a yellow sliver like 20% into the green, and it's only on the fast section. So I'm pretty sure there's some kind of issue there. But anyway, okay. It's really random. It'll be like everything in the middle, and then there's just like one like out in the green, but it says yellow. So I don't know if that's like a processing issue or what, but the timing window gets a lot harder once the BPM speeds up on this one. I guess that's another critique of the other way to go is if you play like ultra stamina stuff at high BPMs on like in the groove customs or not ITG or whatever now, is proportionally you have a lot wider error range based on the BPM versus the actual fixed timing window based in milliseconds. I'm a fan of the millisecond timing window though, because I mean that's just, I don't know. It seems more fair in some circumstances. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. This is A Dance of Fire and Ice. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, come. Whoops. I'm just brain gapping now. All right, come on, come on, come on. Oh man, I blew that one. I didn't even hit the note. All right, here we go. Okay. That was okay. Oh man. Oh, what? Oh no, no, not that again. No. Yeah, I see the bots. Why though? Okay, thanks for deleting that one. Oh man. Why those bots gotta be here? This is my favorite one of the bunch. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Come on. I'm just like, I'm like fat fingering all of those arrows. Let's check chat. I'll redo it. I'll redo it clean. I just like, I fat fingered the down arrow twice on that. Yeah, the thing is though, if you listen to this song without the beat track in the background, it doesn't sound nearly as good. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. Like if you listen to the actual track behind it, it's not nearly as good. But with the rhythm, it's crazy. All right, IMO. All right. Here we go. All right, clean, 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 clean. There you go. Oh, man. You get a bonus video. You get a bonus video. Oh my goodness, you get a bonus video. Here's your bonus video. I don't know why you get a bonus video. Here you go. Oh man. There we go. What do you think about the wearable cam? The challenge chart flows better.
Yay! Yay, I did it.
Wow.
That was a leaving challenge. Yay! That was a good one.
Okay, okay.
Chart.
Yeah, the problem with the expert chart is that da-da jump, da-da jump, da-da jump, or whatever, like the instead of da-da, 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 it flows so much better on the challenge chart. I just didn't really play the expert chart much. I need to go back and actually MFC that one, but I got the challenge chart just because I like the chart so much. Yeah, I guess I should probably work on Onyx. I had that through 500, and then I got tired, so I ended up with 3. I also had some cool. It's time for bird camera. It's time for bird camera. This is bird stream now. Check this out. Ooh, if it loads, there we go. I think it's a fledgling mourning dove. Oh man, he was outside of Dave & Buster's in the parking lot, and he would not move. Yes. Yeah. So I had to like scoop him up, and then like put him in the brush. Yeah. Super cute, super cute. I always run across fledgling birds these days. There was actually another this one right here. So this is a house finch, female house finch, and she just overheated. I brought her in and gave her air conditioning, and she perked right up. Hold on, and she's been a regular at my feeder, but she was just like mouth open, exhausted. Let's see. Here, you get another bonus video. Here. My little finch buddy. Get a little hot out there. Alright, here, get some cool air. We'll get some better water too. Little finch buddy. Hey. Oh man, that was an air conditioner. That was that sound or whatever. So I brought the finch in, put her under some AC, and let her go. And I don't know, she was just chilling. She chilled on my hand for about 5 minutes when I was outside, just like waiting if she'd fly over or whatever. And then she finally flew away. So that was cool. I left some safflower seed out for her, so hopefully she is very happy. The finches love safflower seed out here. I think that's probably across the board, but they absolutely go crazy for it. So. And actually, it's not there anymore, so... Or I should say, most of the... Yeah, I guess there's still a few shells or something. Like, I don't know. That's the mess that it leaves. It's not as bad as sunflower seeds, but anyway. Yes. Once you rescued a robin and he came and pecked on your window every year until you moved. That's so cool. That's so... Okay, if he's not flying into the window. But yeah, I mean, birds are smarter than people give them credit for... Like, you always hear bird brain and all that. And they're of course not as smart as humans and all that. I mean, even like the raccoons around here, I can say, are a lot smarter, have a lot higher ceiling than the birds and all that. But I mean, they're varying levels of, intelligence in birds. I would say the doves are kind of lower on this scale for songbirds, and you have the corvids up top, so you have the crows and ravens, crows, blue jays up near the top for the birdies around here. We don't get ravens, I don't think, but and then here's a new school dragonfly. This was from this year, so I have another dragonfly buddy. They tend to only live about like 6 weeks or so. So I was wondering if the next generation would actually be friendly as well, and they seem to be. This one was an interesting encounter here. So I was behind a glass door on this one, but parrots are very smart too. Yeah, no question. Parrots. I I mean, anything that can mimic speech, for sure, for sure. Look at that. Oh! There's a glass door between us. He was looking up like, oh, there's a glass door. I don't know if the raccoon saw me or the reflection more, but anyway. Super cool. Super cool. That's the bird and animal stream. And then there was a cicada. Whee! Underrated. I almost always see them either getting eaten or like stung to death. So I do like the cicadas though quite a bit. They're cool. They're loud if you have your window open though. But why would you in summer here? That would be crazy. And then you have, let's see, is it this one? Yeah, here we go. The raccoon's out trying to eat the bird food. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, man. Anyway. Now the stream's getting inane. Raccoon and his buddy. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna call that a stream. So to expect at least somewhat soon. I'll give you all a spoiler. That's the spoiler. So question, Hawk, since you're here, are you still modding Speedrun? Is there still room for another category? Oh man. I think you know what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go back to security breach. Been a while, but definitely check out that history of FNAF video that FNAF is gonna put out tomorrow. I'm curious to see his take on all of that, and yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. Always fun on the anniversary to look back on things. There wasn't a whole lot that happened this year, I guess, except, I mean, I guess security breach, but that was like it. It wasn't 4 games or, you know, a bunch of really crazy charity streams and all that, paired with the 4 game releases in a year, whatever. But anyway, oh gosh, not another chatbot like that. What? Why though? Why though? Anyway, yeah. Well, Hawks, if there's room for a steering wheel division, I'll see how it goes. But I'm planning to do that. There's another thing I want to do as well. I don't know if I'll pair it with the same video. I probably won't, but I'm gonna have another set of runs, probably a skip list, but I'll also be like trying to help people out with like life tips at the same time. So I'll have like full runs plus unrelated discussion to some degree. So any percent category needs to be added. Yeah. If you can add the any percent to the collectibles as well, I would definitely make runs of those. But that's the thing. Like the out of bounds, I didn't know that some things were not considered out of bounds, or maybe I didn't know like whether certain deloads were any percent deloads versus out of bounds deloads. So it's one of those. Like if it were just an any percent, I wouldn't care. I'd go for it. That would be fun. So anyway, I know some of the categories have inbounds and out of bounds, and that's it. But any percent is basically anything that gets it accomplished without, you know, hacking or whatever. You know, you're not using cheat engine or some junk. But anyway, I'm enjoying the collabs I've done this year. Yeah. I guess you'll see one tomorrow. You'll see one tomorrow with John. Let's see. This whole thing ends with Sturf driving with a foot while juggling. Maybe. Sturf, can you ride a unicycle? I cannot, and that's like not. That's more of not my style. So It's tough because like I was really good at badminton, so that's the exception. I put some time into badminton, not like professionally. You know what I mean? It's just like I took some college courses in badminton and all that, but I was horrible at tennis because I would just any hit I just launch the tennis ball over the wall, and then everyone get mad at me. I'd be like, "Oops," and then you lose like 8 tennis balls every time you go out to play. So tennis wasn't really for me. I would probably need to practice a whole lot more. I'd have the stamina for it. That's the style of stamina that I have. But anyway. But any extension that was like racket or unicycle or bike, I just don't have the hours under my belt, I guess. I had a bike when I was 12 and I taught myself how to ride. I almost flew myself into a tree neck first, my first day of biking. So that was a little bit off-putting, but I still learned how to ride. But I just didn't have the latitude to go out and just bike anywhere. The thing is too, like I've seen some really bad bike accidents that I've had to like run and get my cell phone and like call help for on the trails, just like odd hours and stuff like that. It's almost, I don't know. I guess it's like it's good that I was out there at that time in some of those cases for sure, because like no one else was on the trails and someone would be like really wrecked. So anyway, yeah. So I don't know. Biking is not necessarily maybe for me in the short run, but at the same time, if I ever want to do like triathlons or something, I have to get good at swimming and good at biking, and I'm just not. Anything like on my feet, I'm really good at. But am I still in contact with Scott? He sent me a really long email just checking up on how I was and asking some questions, and also checking that I didn't lose a ton of money on the market, because he sometimes will message me about that. And yeah, but that was in July. Yeah, that wasn't it. That was in May. It was in May. The last one that I sent him was in July. And I know he's been busy. I know he's got the fanverse stuff. I know he's got merch stuff. He's got movie stuff. He's got all sorts of stuff going. And I don't know to what degree. Like, he isn't specific about that, but I know those things are going on. So anyway, from what I can tell, he's doing all right. Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well. But that's about all I know. What about ping pong? Yeah, I've never gotten really good at ping pong. I did win a ping pong tournament once, and that was like a total fluke. And that was probably because like no one else was really that good, or I got good enough at returning that I don't know. And we're talking like youth group tournament. I'm not talking about like entry fee and all that type of thing, but we're talking 64 kids and I don't know how I actually won that. I don't know if they all threw their matches, but I don't know. I'm probably better than I give myself credit for with that stuff, but I don't have the hours under my belt. And that's the thing. Like you got to put the work in to get good at something to like a really high degree. So yeah, Scott has more work now than when he was making the games for sure. He has a lot more things floating around with a lot more studios and a lot more developers, and I'm glad that the drama around the fanverse was at least now like at least generally settled, and I'm hoping that like people can be amicable about it. Like I don't know. We'll see what happens, but man, those are some crazy weeks. I don't know. I don't like being in the midst of drama. So I'm just hoping that everything resolves fine and it works out well for all the parties involved. Anyway. Can I explain what happened with the fanverse? People have made videos summing it up very quickly, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I would not be the source to explain it. I don't want to be on record on explaining all of that. At least now. But anyway, I wish the best for everyone involved. But there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot going on. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to jump off here, and then I will plan on a video this week. I'm going to make that a priority. The other thing is I expect something maybe late this week because I have an alumni meet, and part of, like, I was going to make a video late last week, but part of my strategy, since I had plantar fasciitis for quite a while, I still have some remnant of that. This is a 3K that I'm gonna have to run on Wednesday. It's gonna be out in the heat, and unless it like thunderstorms out, which would kind of stink because this last like week and a half I've been training really hard for this. But my strategy here, like today is my day off, my rest day, and tomorrow I'm gonna be going back light, and then Tuesday I'm gonna go like ultra light but throw in some strides, and then Wednesday, then that's the alumni meet. I'm actually juggling while running, and I'm going to try to beat some high schoolers while doing it. And we'll see how it goes. Last time I went to the alumni meet was before COVID, and all the alum that, I mean, like all the alum that were anywhere past like a year out were all like dad botted up. And I think I was the only alum to score points. And you think like 1 through 7 or whatever in the top 7. Like I broke the top chain. It's like I think they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 in terms of their points, and I was like 5, and then it was like 40 or something like that, like 40th place for the next alum because like we just got fat. So anyway, I'm trying to be gold medal sturf here, but my volume is not here. My like the mileage isn't there under my belt for a really good time. So I'm not going to get a really good time, but I'm just going to do my best. And my best shot was really loading up for a week and a half of training, taking a break today, and then going easy the next few, and then just seeing how the training sticks. It's not a great way long term to do this, but it's what I had to do to at least have a shot of a good time. So we'll see if it works. I did run some pretty good times out on the time trials during this time, but I was so tired that like I just was done for the day. Like I'd run at like 4:30 just to run in the heat, and then I'd come home and I'd just be like completely wiped. And it's not a good feeling because I have so many things on my to-do list here, and I'm just like, okay, 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna do these 3 things, and I was just like on my like flat on my back and just like So that's the thing. Like, it's not good to do this regularly. So you should ramp up your training. And normally I wouldn't be like this, but my mileage is down so far because of the planner. So anyway, so more videos soon. And yes. Oh no, not early. Oh, I'm ending the stream. Well, Dream, thanks for stopping by. You can watch the stream. You can rewind and all that. So, oh my goodness. And for the Comical Melon, also Comical Melon, check out Vicious Rabbit. I know you posted about your platformer there too. Yeah, I mean I'd probably give it a shot. I'll put on my list. I'll put on my list to do. But yeah, check out Vicious Rabbit. We can do like a platformer trade or something. All right, let's see. And if you can get it to work, I guess is the thing. But you should be able to. I think you just have to install a specific DirectX 9.0C library, and then you should be able to run it, I think, on most anything. But some people also had, I guess, like Julian had an issue with the physics, and I don't know what to do on that, and it's annoying because I need to find the CD or the Blu-ray that I have the source code on, and then I need to get Visual Studio 2005, and I can change the code and all that for modern day stuff, but I don't know. I made the engine myself, and that's a drawback. I wasn't anticipating 144 hertz or some random multiplier of 60. And that probably plays in. It's probably some multiplicative, like int conversion with Julian's system would be my guess. And he can't get the height to get to certain places. Anyway, yeah, he used ClickTeam. Yeah, ClickTeam's kind of nice. Thanks, Butters. Yeah, Vicious Rabbit is goated. Oh my goodness. Oh man. You seed evidence you cheated your custom night runs, bruh. Yeah. Hold on. You get a bonus video. Here we go. Videos. UCN. Here. Oh yeah, I gotta go to the live tab, right? Live. UCN, here we go. Alright, bonus video! Oh my goodness. Old school. Make sure this is running. Let's try this again without a... Let's see, where's run here? Okay, not there. Ah, there we go. Alright. Okay, I gotta get rid of the frettles here. Like this is a live one where I win three times on stream here. I guess like here, check this video out. Okay, you are kidding. Or check out oh! Least favorite. Sorry for the slight lateness, everyone. What is the point of looking at Bonnie at the beginning? I don't know if it helps to check cam 5. That's why I check Bonnie regardless. The balloons. Even if Bonnie's on the table, that's what I'm. So what if I combine those? Is there time? Let's see. Here we go. Best run. Here we go. Is there any animatronic I like in particular? I guess this one is, I think this one's at 25% on this one. It ends up at 25. All right, cool. I did it. All right. There's one. Am I going for a specific kind of run? No, just playing 50-20. I did. What is this? This one's not as good power-wise. All right, so 20. 20, yeah. I'm not too happy with that. Like some of the comments there. Oh my goodness. F and then O. And then 134. After that, yeah, just go worse and worse. 16. All right. 15. 15. All right. That's 3. Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. Yeah, it's totally fake. It's totally fake. Let's see. And then Ultimate Custom Night and balloons. Unfortunately, I had a few deaths on this one, but I did eventually get that run here. And I think this is a 25 as well, right? Or no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't a 20. It wasn't a 25. I mean, well, what was it? The balloon. 19, 18. All right. 18. I gotta switch back to. It's okay. Anyway, I gotta get a better power percentage and all that. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's cool. Let's see. It shows me making a bat file. The bat file. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, it's something I can go back to. I mean, that's no problem. You got to ramp up your skill and all that. It's just getting used to the flow of the night and all that. So, batch file. Okay. He's like, I did it live. I did it live. I did it live. I did it with 17, 23, 30, 31, 32. No death coin twice. I mean, you can ask Markiplier. I mean, he has a video of me beating that too. Oh my goodness, he mentioned that on stream. So anyway, it's whatever. Let's see. What's the most best skill that I have? Probably preaching. Probably preaching. Evangelism. How about that? My business skill is underrated as well, so maybe I'll pop some of that business skill out, start a biz and all that, or something like that, you know. Yeah, oh my goodness. Oh, cool. Yeah, Dream. Oh, you can rewind. Like I don't, this. It's not gonna be like. It's not gonna be Five Nights at Freddy's related, but you'll see like rhythm game stuff and joggling and all that. So anyway, fun alternative to Five Nights at Freddy's stuff this time, but we'll see in the future here. I got a bunch left in the tank here. So, all right, cool. What's my favorite book of the Bible? Probably Habakkuk or Habakkuk. One book dealing with immense, unexpected suffering due to calamity going on within the nation, and kind of like the God doesn't always answer the way you expect or want him to, but in the end, there's a purpose for absolutely everything. You know, to prosper. And talking about the people in the time of Habakkuk, they're straying from God, but yeah, the solution was not what Habakkuk was expecting, but it worked out in the end. And we see long-term in history because of that, but it's a book about suffering and kind of an unexpected answer, and yet the full resolution of, you know, along with history, you can see the entire plan of God having good plans. So anyway, yeah, that's probably number one. Acts is definitely up there. So the Acts of the Apostles from the New Testament. John is definitely up there. I'm not talking about FNAF. I'm talking about the Gospel of John. So those are some of my favorite books from the Bible. But anyway. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I guess the thing is too, like if it was like something from FNAF World where I was like programming like character unlocker or like an X key spammer for the Freddy in space and all that. Like, I mean, I'm very clear about like when I'm doing something to either save time or you know, it's like, what do you count as a legit completion? You count legit completions as legit completions, but if you're using other things just to be goofy or like the X key spammer or whatever, yeah, you probably saw the video where I clicked to make it negative night or whatever, but you gotta just make as many clicks as possible. And so like I program one that brings it all the way down or whatever. So I mean, if that's the thing, then it's like that wasn't like claimed to be a legit 50-20 completion at all. That was meant to be, let's see what's possible with this engine if you overload it with as many clicks software-wise as possible. So anyway, there's stuff like that. That's my guess of probably what was going on with that. Oh no, is it the stream? Oh no, it's dropping some frames. It's still dropping some frames. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, what do I think about Jephthah? He didn't have to fulfill that vow. He didn't have to commit to that. He made that vow in error. He didn't have to do that. It was during the time of the judges. Man, I know Jephthah was one of the judges, but it was a time when everyone did what was right in their own eyes and everyone went astray. And Jephthah's a perfect example of that. That was a crazy experience. You know, if you look up the story of Jephthah, that's crazy. There's a lot of really like raw out front things that are in Scripture. So yeah, it tells it how it was. So it doesn't skimp on detail. And a lot of those things too, you gotta discern between descriptive and prescriptive. Like you don't want to be prescriptive and say, hey, do what Jephthah did. No, it's descriptive. That's what he did. But like, oh no, that's what he did. So anyway, should you send an invoice for Vicious Rabbit? No. Oh no, I'm going at 1 FPS. That stinks. That stinks. That stinks. You at least get my Jephthah discussion. I don't know. Let me let the stream see how bad it is. I'm glad it's the end of the stream though, so we can call it pretty soon here. Let's see. Jephthah discussion. Okay, Sturf ramble, yes. My Jephthah. Is the audio coming through? That stinks. That stinks. Yeah, You at least get my Jephthah. All right, cool. Anyway, all right, we're done. Thanks for being here, everyone, and I guess that's it. All right, peace. Peace. God bless you. Have a great day. All right. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of drop frames. We'll call it the end. Thanks for being here, everyone.